Alright, so I've got everything, I basically have all the bushings changed out already. I have changed the seals on this. I've already pre-lubed everything around it, both sides, and inside the case where the board, where it's going to be sitting inside the board. I have all that already pre-lubed. Now there's an indentation here that you need to pay attention to that lines up inside of an indentation inside the case. About moving these parts over. Case silencer. Down there. Like I was saying, that tab needs to go, you can't see. There we go, just like that. So that tab I was talking about is pointing in this direction. There's also something else that you should know, is that the big gap on it should be facing this way. It'll line up on the inside here. There we go. I'm not hitting it hard, I'm just tapping it in. And it doesn't feel like it's in either. It is not. You'll know it's in for sure whenever you can see the bore right here should be well above the ring here so that you can get this snap ring on it. I'm going to try it again, give it a good couple taps. Alright, why are you not going in? It actually feels like it's trying to go in. That we got. It's rather difficult to pull out. I've already got my clutches soaking in some transmission fluid right now. Alright. Still not lined up. Unfortunately, I won't be able to finish this transmission today, considering that the person that rebuilt this originally, come on out. There it goes. Nope, it did not fall out. The person that rebuilt this transmission originally, they forgot the load springs. That's why it's in my possession now. Come on out. Boy, it does not want to come out. And there goes my little roller. There it is. Try it again. might actually grab me a Sharpie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where this is on the inside. And on the inside of the cave, I'm going to put a mark as well. That way I know for sure I'm lined up. Even though this tab right here should face this way. It doesn't line up perfectly with that notch like I was saying, it appears. Oh yeah, now we're good. Now we're cooking with Crisco. I think I need this thing to dry off a little bit better. That's alright. Does not affect what I'm doing right now. Next thing to go on is our spring cage. Grab our special tool. Set it inside. Now this tool you can pick up from Amazon, or you can make one out of wood if you like. Me personally, I prefer just getting it from Amazon, because if you get this wrong, you will bend the spring cage. And you'll have to buy a whole new one. And nobody likes to do that. Snap ring pliers. Bring my light up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Looks like I might actually have to go in there with it already spread apart. Nope, not like that. Oh, come here. Come on, snap ring. There we go. Alright, try it again. There we go. Having the right snap ring pliers helps. You have to get the straight nosed ones in order to do this part. There's also another one that's a real pain in the rear to get if you do not have the correct one. I'll actually show you a pair of the bent nose, maybe. Maybe not. I actually don't know where it went. Alright, whatever. Okay, so Next is going to be our 5-pinion planet, or 4-pinion rear planetary gear. In my transmission, I put in a 5-pinion planet. Place this inside. And next goes in the ring gear. Next is our planetary gear. Actually, I'm going to put that in some transmission fluid. Now you want this lip, there's a little lip right here. You want that to face down. Because what that's going to do is center itself inside the ring gear. There we are. Make sure everything spins freely. Okay. Sorry about that, camera went off. I've already got my clutches over here pre-soaked. Grab your wavy plate. And you'll want the tang here to face to the left. And it also should face towards you or towards the valve body area when you install it. Next up, you'll grab another flat plate. Again, tang needs to face to the left. Next is going to be a clutch or friction. Come on. Right now I'm just trying to get it to rotate onto the planetary gear, ring gear I should say. The reason why I'm letting these soak a little bit longer than normal, instead of just dipping them in, shaking them off, and tossing them in there, is because this transmission is going to be setting for a little while. So I want to make sure that they're really soaked in there. On all the sprags and the roller here, I have packed it with transmission assembly lube instead of just putting in the transmission fluid. Again, that is also meant to make it last longer. It'll sound better when you start it up, and it's going to be sitting a while. So I need it to stay there until this transmission is actually fired up. Sorry about that. If you try to put it in with the thing facing to the right, it doesn't really want to go in for you. There we go. Sounds like I have a little bit of a leak in my air. That's why my compressor kicked on. Alright, so what's going to be next? It's going to be your lower roller. You'll want it to, with the flat spot facing towards you, you want it to rotate counterclockwise. Or if you're looking at it this way, you want it to rotate clockwise. A little bit hard to do with these gloves, but there you go. Now this right here needs to line up with the tabs on the inside that's facing over here when you put it in. What I'm talking about is this piece here. Actually, I am forgetting one piece, I do believe. No, I think I can put that in without that. Now it's okay if the centerpiece does not line up perfectly. You'll just rotate it until it does. Did it? You'll rotate and you'll push down at the same time and it should line up. Come on, quit leaking over there. Alright, so I'm going to pull this thing out. Oh, come on. I'm actually going to go ahead and install the case silencer. The tab should face this way. One more thing. A little bit of assembly lube to help make it stay where I want it. There we go. Sorry, I've got to keep an eye on the time. I've got to pick somebody up at 10 something, 10:15. Come on, go down. No, not lined up yet. Should be lined up. There it goes. Ah. Now it fell down in place. Awesome. Next up is our lovely snap ring. One thing I did forget to mention is when you're lining up the snap ring, you'll want it to be covering over the case silencer, which is what I installed earlier. You don't want this much hanging over, you want about that much. If you get this much over it, you run, actually I'll show you that, there we are. If you get this much, you run the risk of it popping off, so you want about that much. or about 1/4 inch hanging over the left-hand side. Try to get it in position. Lovely screwdriver. And installed. Just like that. Should move a little bit more. I need to actually rotate it counterclockwise so that it's sticking a little bit more over the case silencer. There we go. Got that moved over.